Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. So today's video is going to be 6 new summer fragrances and are they worth the money? I have here the limited edition Sol de Janeiro fragrance mist along with 3 new summer fragrance releases. And then I do have one honorable mention, which isn't a new release, but it is a hybrid that I recently tried that I think is worth talking about. So I'll go over this one at the end. But let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so first up, we're gonna go over the Sol de Janeiro fragrance mist, and I'm gonna go in the order from least favorite to my favorite. And I keep going back and forth with one of these, but I think because one of these is gonna become the layering queen, she's gonna go in the #1 spot. First up is Summer y Amor. I believe this is the third. I mean, they've come out with quite a few fragrances, but this is the third limited edition summer set that they have come out with, where they come out with 3. And I feel like we always get a fruity fragrance, we always get something with a gourmand element to it, and then we get something kind of suntanny and beachy. And I feel like we got that a little bit, but with a twist. So Summer y Amor to me is the one with the gourmand touch. And as soon as I sprayed this one, yeah, this reminds me of the original with a slight fruity top. The fruity top does disappear pretty quickly. So Summer y Amor, this one has top notes of almond, tangerine, middle notes of orange blossom, orchid, and base notes of amber, brown sugar, vanilla, and woodsy notes. And for me, I get Cheirosa 62, just a little bit more almond and less pistachio. And then I get that tangerine at the top. But I wouldn't say it's necessarily like super tangerine. It's just something fruity at the top that's like citrus. It's just a little bit more of a kind of orange, fruity, slightly gourmand top. Then as it starts to dry down, this starts to get very nutty to my nose, like more than the original. And then I usually top this off with one of the other 2. So I do really enjoy the opening of this one. The dry down, I'm like, I can do without, only because I enjoy the original. And if I want to add a fruitiness, then I can add one of the fruity mists. So did I need it? No. Do I still enjoy it? Yes. So that is Summer y Amor. All right, now the next 2 are pretty neck and neck. I love them both, but in second place after filming and refilming this video would go to BIJOU de Sol. And BIJOU de Sol has notes of peach, mango, middle notes of coconut milk, frangipani, and base notes of white musk and woodsy notes. I don't know how I didn't figure out this dupe by those notes alone, because it's pretty obvious that this smells like Paco Rabanne's Fame, and it does. To me, it's more of the original with a coconut twist. I don't think, let me pull it up. Yeah, there's no coconut in the original or in the Parfum version. There is in the Intense, which I haven't tried yet. So I do think that while this does resemble Fame, this has more of a creamy coconut, so I think this is gonna layer really nicely with Fame. So it's definitely not as strong as Fame. I find both of the Fames to be pretty loud, and when I wear it, I usually get a compliment. This is definitely more body mist, like it's supposed to be, which is nice when you want the scent of Fame but not too heavy. And even though this has coconut, it's soft in this scent as well, but I think it'll layer very nicely. So this is #2. I do enjoy that peach and mango at the top, and then I would say it dries down to be more of a tropical kind of musky coconutty scent, very soft. This to me would be not the necessarily suntanny one, but the beachy one. This has a beachy vibe with the coconut that's in here. Okay, and I go back and forth because honestly, when I want something a little bit more tropical, that's the one I'm going for. But you guys know that I just love my fruity florals, and this is the fruity one in the bunch. This is Carioca Crush. And as soon as I smelled this, I immediately thought of Ariana Grande's God is a Woman and Clean Reserve's Radiant Nectar. But this is Versace's Dylan Purple. Even though they all fall in the same category, this is more fruity and juicy like Versace Dylan Purple, but that fragrance came and left my collection because of the performance and because I had fragrances like it. But this is even more fruity and juicy, and this one's my favorite. So Carioca Crush, this has top notes of pear, lychee, middle notes of praline, pink violet, and base notes of musk and white cedar extract. And you just get that tart lychee and a juicy pear. In the opening, it's refreshing, it's musky, it's gorgeous. This one's my favorite, and this one also layers really nicely with all of them. I've been playing with these for the last week, and when I started off with Summer y Amor and I got that almond note that just got a little too strong, I popped this on top, and this was a nice combination. And then I tried this combination, and then I tried this combination, and then I tried all of them, and they all layer nicely. I am happy with this. And for being body mist, they all passed my overnight test on my clothes. So these do stick around on your clothes, and I think these are great. They're plastic, they're inexpensive, and you can pop them in your bag. So these to me were worth my money. All right, then next we have Acqua di Gioia, the Intense. And this one I decided to get the travel because people were saying that it doesn't smell like the original. Of course, since then I have seen other reviews where people do get it, and people said that this was fruity, like very fruity. I was hoping for a fruitier Acqua di Gioia. I think someone even said that it was a mix of Ocean and Acqua di Gioia. I kind of want to get in store and try a bottle because I don't get that from the travel. No, I definitely get the Acqua di Gioia DNA. I get the citrus, I get the freshness, it's aquatic, it's cleaner. So I don't get the strong lemon that I get in the original. This one needs a little bit more clean, almost like, I don't want to say super dryer sheet, but there is something slightly clean in that sense. Not clean like soapy, not clean like shampoo, but almost something a little drier like dryer sheets. And I still get mint, even though they don't list it in the notes. And in the opening, I do get a fruity top, but it's very fleeting on my skin. So I don't really get the fruitiness. This has top notes of citruses, red fruit, middle notes of jasmine, damask rose, and base notes of woodsy notes and musk. This one did pass the overnight test, but after the 4-hour mark, it just became more of a dry, clean citrus fragrance. It just, I don't know, I would want to go in store because I did see a lot of people say it was fruity, and I just was not picking up on the red fruits. This was just a cleaner, less citrus, drier Acqua di Gioia. And Acqua di Gioia has been a favorite of mine for years, for almost 12, 13 years now. It's been in my collection. I don't get tired of that fragrance. It's one that people associate with me because I've worn it for so long, and I do get the DNA, but I find the original to just be the best. So do I need this one? I'm gonna finish it, but so far it's no. But I do want to get in store and see if testing the bottle I'm gonna get more of a fruitiness, because I would enjoy that. I don't get that in this one. All right, next we have Missy by Rosie Jane. So this one has notes of pineapple, coconut, tropical fruits, white flower, amber, and green mandarin. And what I like about this one is it's kind of that suntanny beachy scent, but the pineapple adds a fruitiness, but it's a little bit more when you think of the scent of pineapple and not necessarily a juicy, realistic pineapple. So it's there, it's mixed in, and it's adding something a little different than my other kind of suntanny, solar, beachy scents that I like, but I have this throughout my collection. I think because of the pineapple and some of the other notes, it's not coming off too beachy like fragrances like Sun de Joya or Beach Walk or like Vanilla Vibes from Juliet Has a Gun. Those are a little bit more suntanny. This does have that element, but I think with the other notes, it's adding something just a little bit more tropical and fruity. Again, not overly like a juicy pineapple, just like a pineapple scent to it. And I pick it up more on my skin. I don't pick it up on paper. On paper, I actually don't like the scent. I like it more when I have it on my skin. Try it on this part. I really pick up the pineapple on my skin a lot. I don't get it on paper. So it does give me a fruitiness that I don't get from those other kind of beachy, suntanny solar fragrances. So I would possibly get this one if I got rid of some of my other fragrances, or if they came out with, I know they have like a little travel oil, but an actual oil, because I think this one layers nicely with fragrances. I've layered this one and it layers really nicely with the next one I'm going to talk about. Next we have Miami Nectar by Ellis Brooklyn. And this, it's the pineapple in this one. Yes. The pineapple in here is so realistic. It does give me that pina colada vibe. So they're using fresh pineapple to make the drink, not like a mixer. But then this one has balancing notes that, this is actually part of my scent of the day. This one has balancing notes that keep it from being too sugary sweet. Oh yeah, this is tropical in a bottle. Now the only thing I don't like is that this one lasts for a couple of hours and then I have to top up. So I did, just so you know, I did end up getting a bottle because the scent of this was just divine. I'm just gonna let this one sit because it does have notes that I feel are gonna help with performance the longer it sits. So the notes on Miami Nectar are top notes of coconut water, pineapple, palm leaf, middle notes of frangipani, wild jasmine, lily of the valley, and base notes of vanilla, driftwood, amberwood, and moss. And when this scent opens up, you get a juicy pina colada made with fresh coconut water and pineapple. And then you get in the dry down, not necessarily florals, just something kind of clean that you usually get from jasmine, and then the lily of the valley. And it's adding this kind of cleanness that's making this fresh and not too sugary sweet. And then I don't know if it's the moss and the driftwood, but there is something kind of musky and a little beachy. So I don't want to say earthy, just a little bit more beachy when you think of driftwood and moss. You get that in the dry down. This scent is gorgeous. So I did buy a larger bottle in hopes that it'll get stronger. Maybe the vanilla will get deeper and just help with the other notes. I can get my Ellis Brooklyns to last, but they do sit closer to the skin, but this one disappears. And I can't get Ellis Brooklyn or Rosie Jane too much on my clothes because they will leave oil marks. So I can get these to last if I'm wearing darker clothes or if I spray like my leggings, but not my cotton tops. And I have to kind of spray far. But this, I wish if someone could make this to just last longer. The scent of this is beautiful. And this mixed with Rosie Jane, this is a really nice combination as well. This has got to be my favorite so far. And then this next one is neck and neck. All right, and then last we have by the BIJOU brand, we have Gone Swimming in Caribbean Waters. I have been on the hunt for dupes for summer Louis Vuitton fragrances. I have smelled several Louis Vuitton fragrances in store as well as on friends of ours, and Louis Vuitton knows how to make summer fragrances in my opinion. I've tested out Afternoon Swim, Pacific Chill, and then there's another one, I can't remember the name. So I've been on the hunt for dupes for the Louis Vuitton fragrances because I don't think they're worth the high price tag. I try my hardest to get them under the original price, and there are just some fragrances that I just can't fathom spending more than $200 on. I have, but I'm kind of past that, especially with fragrance houses that make pretty decent dupes, that even if you're there smelling them, they might be 80, 90, 95, but to other people, they're the real thing. I've tried two from BIJOU that are Louis Vuitton dupes, and I didn't care for them because they had this kind of harsh synthetic opening that only lasts for the first 10 minutes, but they kind of itch and make my nose tickle, and I didn't care for them. And then I tried some from Alexandria, and those to me are more superior, especially when it comes to the Louis Vuitton ones, just because Louis Vuitton fragrances are very well blended, and I don't get the blended quality that I get from those like I do from Alexandria. So I do have some dupes coming, and I'm going to be doing a dupes video, but this hybrid is different. And I read when I was reading on Fragrantica about this fragrance that someone said they have taken their Gone Swimming, which is a dupe for Afternoon Swim, and they have made just a bunch of hybrids, and I think it's because they tapped into something that works for them. Because Gone Swimming in Caribbean Waters is gorgeous, and if there's one thing that I can tell you to get for the summer, if you like what I'm going to describe, it's going to be this one. And it's duping Louis Vuitton's Afternoon Swim with Creed's Virgin Island Water. So it's a hybrid, and it is gorgeous. This one is a fun, expensive summer vacation. So it smells expensive, but it also has this kind of boozy party element to it. If you love citrus fragrances but also juicy, this has lime. This has two types of like mandarin or orange. So you get a juicy mandarin orange with the freshness of lime. Oh my god, and you get like this intoxicating booziness but not overly liquor. So the notes on this one are lime, mandarin orange, Sicilian orange, sugarcane, ambergris, white rum, bergamot, and coconut. Yes. In the dry down, you do get a kind of creamy coconut, but not lactonic. And it's fresh, and there is something minty, even though I don't know if it's coming from lime. I feel like when fragrances have lime, there is something slightly minty in this fragrance. If you want something tropical, fresh, juicy, orange, coconutty fragrance with a slight booziness, this one is really good. Yeah. Very realistic, very delicious. It doesn't have that kind of opening that I've gotten from the other two that I've tried from this house. And I still think the dupes are good. For being what it is, I think if you prefer Dua, Melody, which is duping Louis Vuitton's Symphony, and then I can't think of the other one. Again, I'm going to be doing a dupes video where I'll talk about them, but I think this one's gorgeous. So this is Gone Swimming in Caribbean Waters by the brand Dua. This one paired with Miami Nectar is great because this has a very strong juicy note of pineapple, so it's even more tropical fruity. That's actually my scent of the day, is that one, and then this one. This on top is just gorgeous. Those are my new summer fragrances and which ones I felt were worth it to me. I would say Gone Swimming, definitely. Miami Nectar, but just be careful with the performance. This is going to be different to everyone. I know there's going to be someone who tells me that they get Miami Nectar to last. I'm jealous because I can't. And then I would say definitely Carioca Crush and BIJOU de Sol. These are my top four. And if I had to drop one just to have a top three, there you go. So those are my top fragrances. Let me know in the comments which fragrances are you most excited for this summer. But that will do it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.